you've never met before? What is that connection for you? Christine, let's start with you.
Well, like I said, I live in the middle of nowhere and there's not a lot of friends up here. So this is the human interaction I was craving. And I absolutely feel so accepted and so welcomed and so warmth just from everyone. We want to help each other. We want to hear your problems. We want to help you with your problems. We want to be able to feel safe expressing our own problems. And that was what I just was craving, was being able to talk to different people about different things on any different day. And you don't get that along with the respect and like also like honoring each other's feelings. And this was a safe place where I felt like people honored each other and in a sacred, like our feelings are sacred here. And that's what I felt like. And that's what I will always feel like this is just something you don't get every day. And that was pretty magical. Even amongst other groups I've been in, like this one, it's you can feel it.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I couldn't agree more. Alexis, how's it been for you having a sisterhood?
Honestly, it's been scary and intimidating at first. For this to be so new, especially people who want to support my growth and want to support, my healing. It's not something I was used to. So there was a lot of resistance at first because it's scary. But I do love the connection, seeing other people connect. As Christine said, able to share a problem and it's met with solution. It's met with options. It's not met with that same vibration of the problem. It's met with raised vibration to get you to come up so that you can see the solution and the answer within you. So again, at first it was scary and intimidating, but I actually like it. It's what we need.
Yes, yes. I would like to say, in a way, it's become a tool.
Yeah.
Knowing that you have a community to reach out to without judgment, and to give yourself a voice. For me, it's become a tool, and you're all saying yes, so I know it's become one for you as well. Isabel, how about for you? What is having the sisterhood like?
I'd like to compare it to another program that I was in. We had 525 members of our group. Okay. So we all came on and there was, 17 pages of Zooms of people that I could potentially meet, narrowing it down to who would be in. What we used to do is break up into pods. So we had 6 people in a pod. Knowing that anonymity was there. They were people who wanted to be my friends on Facebook, but I knew nothing about them. In this, we all know who each other are. We know our stories from as we all drop into the lives. And the other part that's very different about this in the sisterhood, having all of these people who check in on me and say, how are you doing? Or I find out about somebody's dog being sick and we check in on each other. We're constantly doing these things. But the other part about it is that Brenda knows who we are. She knows our stories. If we ran into her in a supermarket, she would know who we were. We would say, hey, Brenda, what are you doing here? But we're not anonymous. We are not, she is not some person way out there that has a Facebook page or an Instagram page that is speaking into the void. She's speaking to us. And that's the thing that I do appreciate with the sisterhood, is that we truly are a part of that. And there are people that she might reach out to who need more help than others. But what happens is we all pile on.
Yeah, for sure. And so the community becomes even stronger for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Kelly, talk to me about the sisterhood for you.
Like Alexis, it was overwhelming at first. I don't open up very easily. I don't trust people. So I've always had that wall and that barrier. And this has given me the opportunity to learn new skills and tools to open up, and that it is okay to tell my story, how I saw it and how I felt about it or feel about it. It gave that opportunity, which was nice, because not knowing in the beginning these women, and to be able to not instantly, but as time went on, to be able to tell how my story is. So overcoming that overwhelmness of, like, oh my God, what are they going to think? What are they going to, feel about me?
Mhm.
So it was very nice to overcome that. That is not what happened. They, they're very supportive, and, like everybody said, it's just, if something is going on, you have people that are checking in with you, or seeing how you're doing. And I think the other thing I found too is, there's a lot of women that are like-minded like me. So, which, I'm so sorry, ladies.
Oh, I thought that I was like waiting for it. I'm like, oh,
Over your head. But I'm like, they're just as crazy as I am. So I'm like, Charlotte, get with it. Come on. But it is. It's like-minded people. Like we were saying, okay, all of us are having stones. We have all our crystals, we don't know this, So it is really, it is really great to have really like-minded women that you can really trust.
Yeah.
For who and what's happened to you in your life, and they're not going to judge you. So I think that's probably the best thing that has come out for me.
You really, you sort of gave my answer. And for me, the sisterhood was me realizing that I'm not the only one going through challenges, and that I have commonality with other women, that I wasn't finding just by doing therapy work. That's one-on-one. There's nobody else. I have no idea that there's another woman going through the same challenge as I am. And it made me feel like the lone wolf. And this sisterhood really brought that community to me. And not just that I'm not the only one going through challenges, but we can all overcome those challenges. And the sisterhood really brought that to me too, like watching everybody on their journey at different points. And, I feel like many of us in this conversation have had some really ugly cries on our journey in Fear to Freedom. And yet in some way, it's been helpful for other sisters to experience that with us. And the support and the love that I feel when I'm having one of those challenging moments in class, and just knowing that everybody else in class with me is like energetically holding me, and just, there's nothing wrong in having that moment. And I am surrounded by support and love and care. And for the sisterhood, you all have given that to me, individually